guys, it's Tim, and this is Wrestling Unlimited. So over the last 24 hours or so, there was a tweet that went out from Dave Meltzer that basically said that WWE could be in negotiations again with Warner Brothers Discovery for Monday Night Raw. With that led to a lot of people asking questions, and Dave Meltzer did confirm last night on Wrestling Observer Radio that yes, the talks between WWE and Warner Brothers Discovery, which at one point were dead, have been reopened. Now, House of Wrestling has an extensive update on this as they write the following. On yesterday's episode of Rumor and Innuendo, I spoke about some of what I've been hearing regarding WWE talking to Warner Brothers Discovery. I have heard that on Monday, a meeting between Paul Triple H Levesque, Nick Khan, and TKO COO Mark Shapiro took place in New York about Warner securing the TV rights with WWE Raw. The meeting was said to go well, and Warner relayed their admiration for Punk, who just re-signed with the promotion 2 weeks ago after being terminated from AEW. Now, me giving a little context here, Triple H was maybe in New York early in the day, but he was at Raw, running Raw Monday night. House of Wrestling continues. I spoke with a higher-up WWE source yesterday morning and was told that the information was, quote, very inaccurate. One of the details pointed out as inaccurate was the internal schedules of Levesque, Khan, and Shapiro, who apparently did not put them together in New York on Monday. Doubt was also cast that Punk had the kind of influence to cast someone like WBD CEO David Zaslav to abandon support for AEW and back WWE. This morning, much of what I reported on yesterday's show was reported elsewhere as fact, eliciting an unprompted text from the same WWE source saying, quote, this is all very strange. During a follow-up phone call, it was relayed to me that WWE executives may be, quote, kayfabing those in the company by altering their internal schedules, but that was just speculation. If these talks are happening, they are protected at the highest level. Earlier today, Dave Meltzer reported on Wrestling Observer Radio that Punk will be in LA this week for a house show and will likely be meeting with WBD executives while in town. It is worth noting that WWE's live event tour show does not occur until Saturday, December 30th. We are told by those close to Punk he is in town to do the house show, but they did not respond when pressing about potential meetings. Now again, clarification on this because that is not quite what Dave Meltzer said. Now, Dave Meltzer did state that Punk has been added to the WWE LA show this week, and maybe he meant next week or this coming week. I don't know about that. He said this week, and maybe it was just a slip. But Meltzer did not state that Punk was going to have a meeting with WBD executives. Meltzer stated that he assumed, this is him speculating, that officials from all the different companies that WWE is courting right now, whether that is Disney, whether that is WBD, whether that is Amazon, and so forth, would be invited to the show to see CM Punk versus Dominic Mysterio and the reaction that those two get during that match. He also called Dominic the perfect opponent for Punk in this situation. So Dave Meltzer never actually said that Punk was going to have a meeting with WBD officials and executives. He just said that WBD officials and other officials are most likely going to be invited to the show to see the big reaction that Punk gets. Basically saying, hey, look at the reaction he got here. Just think about what he gets every single week on your network. The report goes on to state, lastly, the vibe we have been given is that AEW is in danger of not being renewed by WBD for TNT or TBS. One scenario that was given to us was that WWE Raw would move to TNT or TBS, and AEW would be moved to Discovery. Two higher-up sources in AEW that I spoke with said that was news to them and not something they had heard. Another said, quote, only person who really knows is Zaslav. So with that, it looks like there are sufficient talks between WWE and Warner Brothers Discovery to move Monday Night Raw to TNT or TBS. It's still, almost a year till that deal is going to actually come into play. The deal does come into play at the end of September, early October. But according to Dave Meltzer last night, he stated that what he was hearing was like this deal could be wrapped up and maybe even announced over the next couple of weeks. So with that, if we do hear anything further on WWE potentially moving to TNT or TBS and what in the long run that could mean for All Elite Wrestling, we'll have that for you right here. Pro Wrestling Unlimited.